talking about identity theft. It's incredibly important, and it is not new. There are two types of identity theft. One is the account takeover. That's the one where you open up your bank statement and there's nothing there because somebody came in and wiped you clean. The second is true identity theft. And that's where someone gets hold of your mother's maiden name, your social security number, and they create a whole new you. Identity theft is not new. It's years and years old. But the first identity theft was incredibly personal. It was one-on-one. People saw you. Because usually to get your identity, they killed you. Imagine Al Capone. You just squealed on him. You need a new identity so you can run away. You kill somebody over here, take their identity, move to California, and cross your fingers that Al Capone can't find you. Then came the telephone scam. Hello, Mrs. Jones. Yes, this is Publishers Clearinghouse. You just won $50,000. If you could just give me your mother's maiden name and, oh yes, your social security number, we can get that check out in the mail tomorrow. And hundreds of people provided that personal information. Then came dumpster diving. Who ever thought someone would start going through the dumpsters looking for pertinent pieces of information? I mean, Then became the mailbox scam. Let's open up that mailbox. A cashier's check. Cash advance. I signed their name, I put my name here, and I just made payday. And then came the internet. No longer up and closed, no longer personal, because your information can be stolen by somebody in Russia, miles and miles away. And how do they do that? One of the most popular is you get an email. It says, click here for some ungodknown reason. You might have to reset your password or something like that. And of course, we all click there, and next thing you know, piracy software is loaded onto your computer, and somebody in Russia is watching every keystroke that you might be making. So identity theft. It is truly one of the largest epidemic problems that we have. Matter of fact, there are 27,000 identities that are stolen per day in the United States. That's a lot.
Wow.
And no one's safe. Adults, seniors, good credit, bad credit, even children. No one's safe. So there are 5 types of things related to identity theft. And it's not just about the credit. The first one, your character. So I'm this really bad guy and I've just killed somebody, or I've committed grand larceny under your name. Police come to your door, you open up, you get arrested. Your character is now on the line. You have to convince people that it was not you who committed that murder. You have attorney fees and lots of hours to try and convince people that you weren't at the location of the crime. The second one, Social Security number. Think about it this way. You're working under my Social Security number. You're earning all these wages, but you're not paying any taxes. I'm this very dutiful individual. Fill out my 1040, I mail it in, and I'm anxiously awaiting for my refund. And instead I get a letter. Thank you very much, and we will apply this to your back taxes. Back taxes? What are you talking about? Well, since my cohort over there was doing all this work and not paying taxes under my Social Security number, the IRS wants money from me. So now, once again, get those attorneys involved because you need to get your name cleared. And this could be even worse if you are an individual under disability, because under disability, you can only earn $700 a month. And if someone over there is earning $1,000 a month under your Social Security number, you might lose your disability. Number 3, medical. Imagine, I need a procedure. So I log into the hospital under your name, under your Social Security number, and I have this great procedure, and the hospital's sending him the bills. Hey, pretty good life. Not so good if you're the him over here. Not only that, you could your insurance because you have not disclosed your pre-existing condition. Number 4, driver's license. I'm driving down the road and I get in an accident. Police officer comes over, he gives me a ticket, and he says, "You will appear in court on Monday." I say, "Okay, no problem." And I am nowhere to be found on Monday. Well, guess what? Poor guy over there, he's getting a knock on the door. And he's getting arrested because he did not appear in court. Not only that, you might lose your auto insurance. And of course, the 5th, which we're all aware of, is the credit. And the credit is actually where somebody comes in and they borrow on your Social Security number, where you are going to get all those bills in the mail, and they come all at once, and you have no idea what's going on. And who makes out in this? The attorney. Because the attorney is the one who's going to come in, and between hundreds and hundreds of hours that you are going to have to spend clearing your name, the attorney is going to be there right there with you. So what can you do? Shred any documents you don't need. And I don't mean use those long shredding things, because we have all seen CSI where they sit there and they tape all that stuff together. Get the cross cutter, the kind that goes every which way. Lock any personal documents aside. And when you're creating a password, do not use your Social Security, last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Don't use your mother's maiden name. Don't use the last 4 digits of your phone number. Use something unique. Use prime numbers, 1357. Use something that has no meaning to anybody. Keep in check of your credit report, and especially if you have children, because that is where the crime is hitting the worst, because people don't check the credit report and know that they don't check their children's credit reports for 18 years, and that's a lot of damage that can be done. So your name